Good morning everyone, it's another day in the life video. Currently 4:55 in the morning. I'm looking knackered, but we're ready to go get it. A lot has changed since my last day in the life as well. So if you watched the previous one, which was about a year ago, I was very busy. Now I've got a lot more structure, processes. I've got team members who are in place to make my life easier, which was always the goal. But I'm going to show you what I get up to in my average day now. Today is a little bit busier than normal, I will say that. It's a Wednesday. So Wednesdays are normally more admin meetings because typically on like a Tuesday and Thursday I do a lot of filming. Monday and Friday I try not to do a lot, but Wednesdays are normally ramps up a little bit. So it is a bit busier than normal today. We're going to start with some breakfast. Not a lot. I only have a banana and rehydrate with some water. We're going to get on with a little bit of work and then I'm heading to the sauna in a bit with a friend, which I do like once or twice a week. That's really important to decompress. That's something that is a non-negotiable for me. Downtime. And then I'm going to put on my moisturizer, like an eye moisturizer that I use as well, like a face wash, because you know, you've got to look after your skin. Do you know what's funny actually? I've always had a lot of comments about what do you put on your skin? Bulldog moisturizer goes down like a treat. Anyway, let's start the day because it's going to be a busy one, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so here we are down in the cabin where I love to get all my morning admin, boring, low value tasks done, just knock them out and then I haven't got to think about them for the day. I do love coming down here. I used to sometimes work in the lounge if it was too cold, but obviously we're in summer so it's not too bad. However, I am going to stick the heater on in a minute just to warm it up. But as you can hear, what I do love about coming down here, not only does the neighbour's cat follow me down to get some extra attention, but also the birds. When you're doing work first thing in the morning and it's still early and I haven't really woken up yet, I'm still coming to, you know, trying to do this video as well. But hearing those birds, I don't know, there's something very peaceful about it, almost a little bit ASMR. The tasks that I will do when I'm down here, I'm only going to be here for about 35 minutes tops. I'm going to do all my email replies, all my WhatsApp replies, DMs, my onboarding for members going into one or both of my programs, and I'll just get back to anyone that is waiting to hear from me. I have a rule of thumb now, by the way. If I receive anything that's non-urgent past 5 PM, I roll it on till the morning. So, you know, my motto is life by design. And a year ago when I did my last day in the life, I was definitely busier than what I am now. And although what you're going to see today is still a busy day, I have a lot more luxury downtime with family. And ultimately that's the goal. I do have more team members on board who work with me now and processes and a lot more autonomy. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day, but again, when you're building something for yourself, you absolutely love it. But for me, the ultimate goal is to get to the point where I don't really do a lot apart from the projects that I absolutely love and more downtime with family, because a life by design is truly what I have been working towards, certainly over the last 10 years. And I'm kind of at that point. I've just got to carry on pushing through for the next 2 to 3 years where, you know, there's still a lot of hard work to be done. And when I say hard work, I mean smart hard work, not physical hard work. So yeah, look, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to stick the heater on just to warm things up. This one's really cool, don't know if you see that. If you ever watch my live streams or my YouTube, well, you won't see it on my YouTube, but my live streams you will. It's a fake fire heater, hey? Get one of those in your Argos checkout basket because they're freaking awesome. So anyway, look, I'm in a personal hotspot because I haven't got Wi-Fi down here, too far away from the house, and the next time you see me will be in the car. I lied, I'm back. I forgot to add, I'm also having to do a lot of YouTube replies first thing in the morning, which I also do in the afternoon and then again late evening, because I'm in a blessed position now where so many of you guys and girls are leaving me lovely comments, which I love to spend time replying to, but it does take a lot of time. So I will always try and do at least 20, 30 in the morning as well, so I knock out a load of those and get back to people, because that is important that I don't leave people, number one, hanging for days on end, because I think, you know, you should have efficiency in getting back to the videos people are replying to. It's just general courtesy and respect, but also it is a task in itself. So that's also what I'm going to add into this morning's workload, is attacking 20, 30 YouTube replies so that I can acknowledge to you guys and girls that I really do appreciate your comments. So next time you will see me will be in the car. One thing that has not changed is the attention you get, hey? Cheeky girl. So now it's time for the sauna. I love this part of the week because it allows me to decompress, detox, take some time to recalibrate. And I try and do this religiously every single week, at least once or twice, where I can take some time to think about the week ahead, what I've done, all this kind of stuff. And I meet up with a friend and, you know, we can just have a good laugh and basically just switch off from the world. Okay, so just parked up. I'm going to make my way to the sauna now, meet my friend there who's just arrived. And then later on in the day, I'm going to talk you through some of the projects I'm working on at the moment, which is really exciting. And one of them, which I cannot wait to get off the ground, is the tech startup company. So I'll let you into a little bit more of that later on, but let's get out, let's head to the sauna and let's start the day off right. Okay, so here we are. We're in the sauna with the big man, the big dog himself, Chris.
What up, big doggies?
There we go. And this is a quick pan around. It's busy in here today, so just waiting for the pool to clear up and then we're going to have a little swim. There we go, the sauna and the steam room and the private pool all ticked off, feeling very good. Gonna head home. I have a very quick 20-minute meeting on Zoom, won't take too long. Spend a little bit of time with family. I'm actually gonna pick up some coffees now and then take them home, and then I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym. I'm half thinking about whether I use the sauna at the gym. I'm really working on recovery at the moment and they've got some new saunas, but I don't know because I've just had a sauna, so I don't know if I can have another one. I don't know if that's going to be too much, but I might give it a go because I've been meaning to. And like I said, I'm really focusing on training hard and recovering very well and trying to make sure that my sleep's good as well. That's one thing. I'm trying to make sure that I go to bed the same time every day. I do like having a coffee every morning. I have to say, I don't know what you lot do, but a coffee for me in the morning is kind of like I'm ready. I've had a coffee, mine's a cortado by the way, and it just kind of sets me up for the day. I'm also getting to the point, and I hope you see this today, I used to be super busy all the time in the early stages of like growing my businesses, you know, boots on the ground in the trenches. But again, my whole goal is to aim towards a life where I don't really do a lot. I've got to be honest with you, that's kind of the stage that I want to get to, where apart from making decisions, having the odd meeting here and there, I don't really want to move about too much. I don't want to see too many people. And I know that sounds maybe a bit strange, but I don't want to give my energy away, because as I'm getting older, I'm only 32, but I really do find it important to protect your peace. And if you look around the world that we're in as well, a lot of people are like turning to being more spiritual, more in touch with themselves, because I think a lot of people are fed up of feeling lost. The world of comparison, social media. Not to say that I'm spiritual, because I'm really not, but I do believe in having thinking time, you know, going to the sauna, looking after yourself, self-care. Like, I do believe in all of that. And protecting your peace is something that's really important to me. So yeah, I try not to see too many people. Even when I go to the gym in a bit, I won't really have conversations with anyone. I just plug in my headphones, hit my sets, get out, and then get on with the day. And I'm really spending a lot of my working days now learning about systems and processes and integration of AI, which is pretty tough to learn, to be honest with you. Like, if you don't really know too much about AI, it can be quite overwhelming. So I just try and watch maybe one video a day on AI software, things that I should be using. Really have spent a lot of time learning how to create ChatGPT and make it the perfect prompt and almost like virtual assistant for me in my businesses and what I do. That's really helped, like, outsource a lot of things, really working with ChatGPT to maximize its potential, because it's so good. Like, I've been using ChatGPT, but definitely not to its full advantage, and now I feel like I'm slowly getting to grips with its full potential. So that's cool. And yeah, I try and live a very peaceful life, to be honest with you. I'm very heavy in social media. I'm very heavy with building the events company. I still run all my finance side of things. So, I still raise investment for certain companies and clients that I work with. And I work with, several investors that I still assist with their investments and stuff. So that's kind of not too stressful for me. That just ticks over. I kind of know what I'm doing, so I haven't got to put too much. I kind of know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing, but I haven't got to spend too much energy thinking about those things. It's kind of, that's on autopilot for me. And then everything else, I'm just always wondering, how can I create a process or a system so that I don't have to do something again? I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to be sending the same type of email. I don't want to have phone calls or Zoom meetings if I haven't got to be the one taking them, I do have to have several Zoom meetings today, which, you'll come along with me for, but they're nothing too heavy. Some brand deals. I'm just about to work with Teachable on a sponsored YouTube. I've used Teachable as well. They're a great platform. I have friends that use them. It's a platform where you can sell all your products, digital products that is. And I'm in negotiation at the moment with a company called Lenovo, which is a laptop company, and also eToro, which is a like a financial platform, which some of you may know. So I've got to have those meetings, finish off onboarding my members, make sure they've got all their emails and their logins and stuff like that, welcome them into the private membership group. Just easy stuff. Like, I don't tend to spend too much time doing things that I don't enjoy. Like, everything that I do day to day, I thoroughly enjoy. So, right, it's time to get a coffee now.
I haven't necessarily heard of it impacting the algorithm. I do know that you have to place in somewhere that it's a paid sponsorship. Typically, it's in the script of like, this video is sponsored by Teachable, and in the caption, we're happy to find examples of what past creators have done and share that with you.
So, first meeting down, pop round to my parents. My mum's out, but my dad's in, and he's fascinated by the new DJI Osmo Pocket 3, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
There we go, there's my dad. Okay, so spent a bit of time with the family, been around my parents to say hello to them. That's something as well, as I'm getting older and the more freedom that I have, is spend time with loved ones. Like that, again, this is my whole motto, not to be working hard, do the things that you love. And, I really want to spend as much time as I can with my family. So I make sure I see my parents as much as I can and try and do that every day. Finishing my coffee, but also on the way to the gym right now. And this is where I'll normally have some phone calls with my business partners. So I am actually going to make the first phone call. My other business partner is coming back from Mallorca, which I'm literally heading off to. And I will catch up with him a little bit later. Yo, dude.
Hey, babe.
How's it going? But yeah, look, let's go down the DSP route and let's have those conversations. So really, it's just when you're well and up and running. Okay, so that was a very quick catch up with one of my business partners, Ben Saunders, and we're building this really exciting tech company in the logistics and distribution space. He's not feeling too well at the moment, bless him, but he's going to be back up on his feet. I'm going to be meeting him tomorrow in London very briefly, and then I'm at a big event, a book launch for my friend Jason Greystone, who's also one of my very good mentors, someone who I look up to. He's got his book launch Always Free tomorrow at Horizon 22, so really excited to go to that. And I think I'm going to go and do a collab with the guy who does the Step on My Ladder and I'll Guess Your Career. I don't know if you've seen him on TikTok. So yeah, we're really excited. This tech company, I had this idea, I founded this concept 5 years ago, and we've started building it out. We've been confirmed with an incubator fund that is going to back us with the full tech team, the finances, the marketing costs, everything like that, and we are in full swing. So I'm really passionate about projects that I'm building, right? I was never passionate about building something else in someone else's company. I've just never had any interest. Like, I want to build my thing, right? That's what I love. And not only is he a very, very dear friend of mine, as my other business partner, Paul, with the events company. But yeah, just super excited to start this tech because I'm learning, I'm developing. I don't know everything about tech and software and API integrations and tech stacks and all this kind of stuff, but I'm learning it and I love it. And the idea would to be to build this out over the next 36 months, get proof of concept, get it rolled out, have a huge database. It's almost like the Airbnb in the logistics space, and then exit to a big company. I won't say which ones, but there's a couple of companies we will aim to exit at, target towards, and then in maybe 4 or 5 years sell that company for, hopefully, it will happen, not hopefully, we never say hopefully, for 30, 40, 50, 60 million. That's what I would love to do. And then the franchise of Peak Performance, scale that outside the UK into Europe and offshores, America and stuff like that. And eventually in 10 years, that's a longer plan because an events company is super hard to build, as we know, and then exit out of that. And then just carry on with, socials and automation and processes and memberships. And I'm just about to launch. By the way, people ask me, Aaron, how do you manage your time? And how do you have so much time? I'm super efficient with my time management, and it'll pop up on screen. In the next 4 or 5 days, I'm launching my very own action planner called Life by Design. It'll be on screen. There'll be the option in the description of this video where you can email me at hello@aaronknightley.com. Just send the word planner and I'll put you down on the list, which we will dispatch the planners and we'll send those so you can go pick yourself up a copy. They're going to be about 18 quid. Simplifying productivity. That's what the planner was about. We're in a busy world. People procrastinate and feel very overwhelmed because they're trying to do too much and they don't know how to prioritize the order in the tasks that they need to get done. So I decided, I've been very good with time management, being super productive. So I thought, why not create my own planner? So that goes live on Shopify, like I say, about 4 or 5 days. In fact, by the time this video comes out, it'll probably be available to buy. So let me know if you'd like a copy, and I will make sure that you are on that list of people that I email to say, hey, it's ready to buy. So, and hopefully it does what it says on the tin, simplifies your productivity. But now I'm going to show you, before I go into the gym, I do a TikTok video every day before I go into the gym, and then I'll typically live stream when I'm on cardio, which boosts the TikTok video, so it drives traffic to it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I'm just about to film a TikTok video. I always look for inspiration by just checking out some videos which I think I would have a strong opinion on, or if I've been through a very similar thing in the workplace. And this is how I do my TikTok videos. So I'm going to get ready. I've got my little cheap £25 plug-in mic from Amazon, and let's rock and roll. This is how I do it. In the workplace, if you are a manager, listen up. It's not good if there is a sigh of relief when you're having a day off, or you're going on holiday, or you call in sick. If your team are super productive when you are not in work, or they feel more relaxed and things happen. Okay, I'm gonna start that again. I normally do like maybe 2-3 retakes. I'm also free flowing. I never script. I don't take notes. So I just literally do it straight off the bat. But I know where I'm going with it now. And I always do a pop-up for engagement. In the workplace, if you are a manager, listen up, because this is important. If there is a sigh of relief, or your team are happy when you book holiday, you call in sick, or you just don't show up, and your team are happy about that, and then work flows and is really, fucking hell. People walking by puts me off. Come on, Aaron. In the workplace, if you are a manager, listen up. If there is a sigh of relief when you call in sick or book holiday, things aren't looking good for you, and you're probably not classed as a good leader who is compassionate, empathetic, has good communication skills, and really shows the way when it comes to leading a team and making your team feel valued. Okay, I know where I'm at. This is the reality of creating content. Retakes. In the workplace, if you are a manager, listen in. If there is a sigh of relief and your team are happier when you're not in the workplace because you've called in sick or you book holiday, you need to change immediately, and that is not a good sign. You need to improve on your leadership skills. That might be better communication, less micromanaging, maybe more empathy and compassion for your team, that they're actually human beings and they have a life. If you have some team members that are genuinely happy that you don't show up for work, that's a sign that you're not doing a good job. So I would ask for constructive feedback. Don't let it hurt your ego, because there are a lot of managers, and you might be one of them if you're being truthful, that you don't like it if you get told from a team member that is below you, one level below, or a supervisor or an assistant, and they tell you that you could improve as a manager. Don't be offended by it. Take it on as constructive feedback. Honestly, if you become a good leader and a good manager, your team will look after you and the work that needs to be done, and everyone benefits. So if you think, or that your team are happy when you call in sick, it's on you to make the positive change. Right.
Listen in. If there is a sigh of relief and you're
Great, I'm happy with that. I'll do the
The
edit
workplace.
when I'm in the gym, stick that in my drafts. Let's get on with the workout. Okay, so now I've just got in the gym. It's pretty busy. Well, you can't really see it, but in the main area, it's pretty busy. I'm gonna just warm up on cardio while I have my pre-workout, and I'm also just going to draft and do the description for my TikTok video, because what I'll do is once I finish my weights, I'll come back onto the treadmill, or I might actually go onto the stepper, which is just next to me here, and I'll probably do a live stream. I try and kill as many birds with one stone. Whilst in the gym, I can do a live stream, listen to an Audible book. I can make phone calls. I try not to make too many phone calls now. I used to be a bit of a sucker for that. I used to catch up with the only person I typically will is my PR lady, Lindsay Reed. Shout out to Lindsay Reed. She's been awesome for my PR. That's public relations for anyone that doesn't know. So, I'm trying to get featured in a lot of papers, a lot of business articles, which she's doing a great job for. And also a lot of podcasts. And this year, in 2025, certainly towards the end, I'm pushing speaking gigs. I'm really trying to get on more speaking gigs, because that really helps put myself as more of an authority figure, because ultimately that's kind of where I'd want to go full time. Yes, I love business, but I want that to work in the background, take on more freelance team members, other solopreneurs, and really I just want to go into full marketing and paid speaking eventually. That's kind of where I'd love to go in terms of what I actually do. Yes, I love to get involved in the projects, but in terms of how I can impact people, which is what I'm very passionate about, I can do that via live streams, which I do on my TikTok. There's my lovely TikTok. But being on a stage, yes, I've created my own stage at our events company, but I love to go on other stages. I'm speaking tomorrow at Horizon 22 at Jason Greystone's, very brief talk. But then next week in London, I'm also speaking at an event called Hard Hat to Heels, where I'm going to be talking about the power of social media, personal branding, monetization, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's where a passion of mine really lies, is being able to speak my authentic message and remind people that no matter where you come from, you can go on to achieve greatness and success, however you define that, and live a life by design. Okay, I just want to talk to you about the gym, right? Fitness and health in general, because it's a big part of my life and something I take very, very seriously. I also really endorse it. I really encourage everyone to start taking their health and fitness seriously, because it's going to allow you to deal with the pressures and stresses of life. And let's face it, there's a lot of them. We're in a busy world full of comparison and everyone's seeking validation, right? And if you're not working out and you don't have an outlet, how are you going to deal with any of it? So for me, it's about structure, it's about discipline, it's about performing at a higher level. Also, it keeps me mentally sane. We've all been through our good, bad and ugly days, and through those times, it literally has kept me on the right path. It is my, some people say it's the temple, but really it is the foundation of everything that I do, my fitness. Also, it goes much deeper than that, and I'm not going to go into it too much, but I want longevity in my life in every sense. Health, my finances, my outlook on life, right? I really want to be positive. I want to be there for my family. I want to be strong. I want to be mobile. I want to be flexible. I want to be able to run a marathon with my son when I'm 50 years old. I still want to be able to go and climb a mountain or, take on a new adventure. I want to explore. And I can't do any of that without my health. This is the number one investment vehicle that is going to carry us around in life. The other thing as well, which might be worth you reflecting on, we're in a world where people want to make more money. It's one of the most asked questions on Google, how to make more money. And one thing that I find, I suppose, a little bit bizarre and fascinating is most of those people, just statistically it will be, are going to be overweight, right? They're not all going to be in great shape, healthy diets, look after themselves. So there's a lot of people wanting to make more money, but they're not even looking after their bodies. So take an investment. You invest into a stocks and shares ISA, you're going to liquidate it and release it at the age of 55, 60 years old, and what would be the point if your body is broken by then? So I like to try and get in the gym at least twice a day. Can't do it all the time, but I will always push to do a split. Cardio in the morning, and then come back for weights. Now I know a lot of people who will watch this will be, again, in full-time jobs, as I were, so you must ensure you're getting that workout in a day. An hour and a half, go hard and go heavy, you know, don't leave a stone unturned when you're in the gym, like put your all into it. And there's like 3 core pillars, like the triangle of success. You should all work on this, and everything else in your life, in my opinion, will fall into place. Your network, your education, and your fitness. If you evolve those things every day and you work on them every day, every week, every month, your network, so the people that are around you, educate yourself all the time, never remain stagnant, and get yourself into a gym every single day, you will find that your life starts to make sense and things start to happen, and you create new opportunities for yourself because you are putting yourself at an advantage of becoming a higher performing individual. So I just wanted to share that because the gym is a big part of my life, and I've nearly finished my 20 minutes warm up, and then we're going to get into a big old arm session. Okay, so I just wanted to share this really quickly. So I've just had a voice note from one of my breakout elite members who has just handed his notice to go full-time into his business. So he's been transitioning slowly, I would say probably for about 6 months on and off, sort of planning the escape. And this morning, Jordan Allen, a big shout out to you, he has now left his job to go full-time into his business. So we've just had a quick call on Instagram, and I'm super chuffed. So these are the results. If you commit and you're willing to be frugal, live on less, invest the rest, you can get out of a job, you know, on a basic service or business model. He's going to go into consulting. He's already got a property business which he's scaling, but a big push for him now is personal branding and online consulting. So I'm super chuffed for you, Jordan, and I'm going to be right behind you to make sure that you become sustainable. So just wanted to share that success story. I will stop my workout if I get awesome stories like this, and obviously that's a great win for everyone involved. Right, workout done, smashed arms, really good training session, got to it. I did take a couple of phone calls, I did reply to a couple of messages. That's the beauty, again, of a digital nomad, remote working, online businesses, is that you can get loads of work done as long as you've got freaking signal on your phone and your laptop or whatever. So I literally live my life by voice notes. I don't try to text anymore. Texting takes too much time. You know the other benefit, right? When you leave a job, you realise, and I've spoken about this in other videos, but you realise how much time you were wasting. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack on and start my live, because I've literally just posted my video, so I'm going to crack on with the live now. Here we go. On live stream and on YouTube. I've got to spend more time doing YouTube lives as well. Okay, so let me say hello to YouTube. Right? Day in the life. We're now running the live stream on TikTok. I've got to spend more time doing YouTube lives. I've got to get a second phone and then I'll run them alongside each other. Yo, Michaela, how's it going? Everyone, good morning. I've been up since 4:30. Had a slow wake up, busy day, recording a day in the life in the gym. So, just posted, thought I'd do a quick live as I'm finishing off. Whose name's going to pop up? There we go. Then all you've got to do is just see your name pop up on the next YouTube video. Okay, awesome workout, went really well, live stream, smashed it, and now I'm just going to do some voice note replies to messages that have been coming in. Hey Lisa, yeah, would absolutely love to do that. Is there any chance then you can just send me over a couple of bullet points of what you want me to cover off, and I will get that written up for you today. Now my other business partner for Peak Performance. Hi mate, I'm going to try and be in London for probably about 1-2 p.m, go to Brick Lane, hopefully do that collab if you want to come along with me, and then make my way to the event, or go work actually before I go to the event. But also give me a call a little bit later on, you naughty boy. Now I'm going to reply to my PR lady Lindsay and Jack, this guy who was on a podcast called Bear Chat. Hey guys, I'm just recording today. I'm going to get home and I'll sit down and I'll help with the promotion and push of it. So once I'm home and I'm sorted, I will get all over this. That's a podcast I'm on that's just been released today. Hey dude, just a quick one. I should start uploading the day in the life probably by about 8 p.m. tonight, mate. There's going to be quite a few files, so I will label them if needed just to sort of clear it up, because I think it'll be quite all over the show. Or it could be anyway, but I'll clear it up for you. That's Mac, my legend of an editor. So good. Mac, I love you. Or I call him Mackie Poo. And then quickly check all my emails. So I've had some one-to-one bookings come in. Got another meeting with a brand later on. I've got a one-to-one with someone who's thinking about joining my TikTok growth program, and also a guy called James, who's also going to be joining both programs. Got to have a chat and a catch up with him, and then go through all the pre-orders for the planner. Because I'm really, really excited about this planner. But the most important part, which I need to get done now, is make my freaking shake. So I use, as you saw earlier, Perform. I really love their stuff, and actually I'm going to have a pancake later, the blueberry Perform pancakes. Also, one thing that I've cut out of my life, which I just feel has been such a game changer for me, is I cut out bread and dairy. I don't have any bread or dairy, and it's just, I don't feel bloated physically, but also, you know, within my sort of brain space, I don't feel bloated, because your diet's such a big part of how you perform. The vitamins I take, magnesium, multivitamin, I take iron. Right. Also, I'm going to try and get out on a bike ride with my son. It's really important I spend time getting my son out as well, and he loves his football and we love getting out. So I always try and make time. And again, that was like one of the big drivers for me to become financially independent and sustainable. I wouldn't say I'm financially free yet, because I'm still in the game, I'm still hustling away, but I have the luxury of, you know, me and my son, we're going to go play football later, or we'll go on a bike ride. So let's get home, let's get some work done, and then let's see where we are with time and meetings and stuff like that. Something else that I like to do when I'm driving is, again, kill many birds with one stone, is listen to my Tier 1 group, which is a private membership that I have, and just listen to people's updates.
My Go High onboarding session there just now, so the system that Aaron puts onto. My first question is, what's the catch?
Hey mate, how's it going? Oh, gorgeous! I'll do anything for you. Don't say anything incriminating. You're on a day in the life video. You're on record. But dude, how did the flight go?
Is that every night, though?
I was just listening to a voice note, dude, and you've just called. So everyone who's watching, this is my business partner Paul, who I was just talking about. So yeah, what's going on, dude? So there we go. I'm going to call my business partner back because we've got loads to go through. So, but before he called, that was Mark, who's in my Tier 1 membership. So this is something that I really recommend people check out and actually go ahead and get, because to create autonomy, you need a CRM system. I'm going to do a whole video on this. I've used Wix, I've used MailChimp, I've tried Zapier, interlinking, I've had ClickFunnels, but my gosh, I've moved over to Go High Level. I'll include a link in this description, but Go High Level have been a game changer, like all in one. Everything that I need to collect data, lead magnets, funnels has been a game changer, and I'm just sort of learning it myself because, again, I'm really working towards that autonomy. So you should check them out if you need to collect data from customers and viewers and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, here we are, back at home in the armchair. Well, the recliner, one of my favourite places to work. Take the stress off. So this is what I'm going to be doing now before I head out and play some football with my son. So I've got to reply to all my groups. Here we go. This is where the messages start to go mad. You know what? Quickly, before I read out what I've got to do, one thing that I really like that I've been able to do over this last year is get people used to the times that I'll actually reply and when they can expect to actually contact me and that I'll be available to talk, basically. So all the messages are going to start coming in. So I'm going to reply to all my groups. I'm going to reply to my WhatsApps, check in with all my members in the different programs, make sure everyone's staying accountable. I've got to check in with my VA, Rachel, so VA virtual assistant who does all of my bookings and appointments. So I'm going to go onto my calendar and actually have a look. What I've got, I run off 2 calendars. So Friday, I've got 3 discovery calls. Tomorrow, I've got 2 discovery calls. I'll have to take those into London, but I won't be just doing my discovery calls for my programs from next week because they're all going to be pre-recorded. It's time I don't want to give away anymore. For a long time, I've been doing webinars, which I'll still carry on doing, the webinars, but the actual discovery calls, I'm giving those up. I don't want to be spending my time doing those. So that's being pre-recorded. So this is the last week that people will actually be able to speak to me one-on-one. Obviously, I have this event tomorrow that I'm going to be going to, and apart from one brand deal, which I'll be on a Zoom call on Friday at 11 a.m, that's about it. So I always make sure that I'm not double crossed when it comes to appointments. I've got to send a voice note now, so let's just do that for a Zoom meeting I'm going to be having today, but I've not had it in my diary, so I need to send a voice note now. Hey Marina, I hope you're doing well. Just a quick one. I was meant to be on a Zoom call today. In all honesty, I can't remember what time with one of the like the tech assistant team, you know, the people who you sent me. I haven't had an email confirmation of the time that it's been booked in. However, I've seen that because I'm recording today, my entire day has been booked out, so I don't know whether that stopped the calendar invite coming through. But if you could double check with one of the team members who's meant to be speaking to me, I can tell you who it was actually. I believe I'm meant to be speaking to someone called... So that's that. I've had a load of... Yesterday on my Instagram, I put DM me if you'd like to... Because I run intakes for both of my programs, so I always say DM me if you would like to apply for the next intake. I had a huge amount of people apply, as I do, because I only do very small intakes. Maybe every 2-3 weeks. So I'm just getting back to people. Hey Ellie, thanks for your message. So I might have some time later on. I might have a couple of gaps of 15 minutes. Could you just send me your availability? That's probably going to be the easiest thing. And then I'll see if I can work around it. If not, I'll have more time, as I said, on Friday. So I'll wait to hear back from you of your availability and then we'll see if we can work it out. If not, it'll be Friday. All right, that's that. Hey Hazel, how's it going? Yeah, so what I have to do is I have to reset everything and reset it up with your email. So that will be done today and I'll come back to you once it's all done. Okay, right, Lisa, let's just check what she's got to say first.
I'm not quite sure. So I think if we can get something about...
And I always listen to voice notes on 1.5 speed.
And... I'm trying to think what different things or angles we've got. So
hey Lisa, yeah, no worries at all. We can do that and I'll come up with something a little bit later. So yeah, appreciate you asking me again and I hope you're all well. Right, that's that done. Right, I'm going to do some YouTube replies and then I'm going to tuck into the projects, do some work on the Peak franchise, catch up with Paul again. We spoke earlier. I'm also going to make some phone calls to do with the tech side. So this tech company that we're building, I can't say too much about it until it's been trademarked and patented, but essentially it's like a 3-tier application software, right, which gets integrated as a middle layer. There's about as much as I can say until we go to market. But the CEO of the incubator, who is fully funding us and bringing the tech team, which is awesome, that just shows the credibility which I've been able to build and the brand and the trust, which means a lot to me that I can get this full backing, which can sometimes, to get pre-seed, be the hardest part about starting a tech company as you go pre-seed, series A, B and C, and then look to sell the company. So I've got a lot of work to do on that. I've got to line up meetings. It's very much, groundwork, sales, selling the software, painting the dream, the problems that it's going to solve. So I'm going to meet both my business partners I'm meeting in London tomorrow. It's going to be a super busy day. And then again, going to Horizon 22 for this big book launch. I think there's going to be like 260 people there. I'm going to do a bit of speaking for Jason. So super excited about that. And yeah, and then I'm just going to tuck into some YouTube replies to make sure that I'm appreciating the comments that come through on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to crack on. And then if we have time, I am going to try and get out and play some football with my son because that's really important. He's loving his football. I love football. So whilst it's not raining, I definitely want to see if we can get out and have a kickabout because that's super important, right? Finding that balance between work and family life, because that's why I've done all of this, right? want to enjoy family life and make memories and all that good stuff. So I must get on.
They don't have a direct integration with High Level, and we don't have a direct integration with them. I did look at Zapier and Make, and I didn't see Lulu on there. Go back to the top. We need the API credentials, so go back all the way to the top. Yeah, API credentials.
Yeah. I don't know, in the next like 5 days, something like that. Or, you know, beginning of next week or mid next week. Okay, great. So moving over the data, that's all cool. Okay, so just finished up one of my last meetings, which was with the technical team on the CRM system that I'm using. And it's so technical, had to have a team member walk me through loads of stuff. It's freaking awesome, by the way. Shout out to Go High Level, because it's going to be a game changer for me. Again, links in the description. And now I was just getting ready, just getting changed to go out to play football with my son. And someone's just DM'd me saying, can we take the Zoom meeting a little bit earlier? So I'm just waiting for her to join. She's joining my TikTok growth program because she's looking to scale her business and monetize on the front end and the back end. So I'm going to take this quick 15-minute call, just waiting for her to join the Zoom, and then we're going to go play football for a little bit. So here we go. There we go. How's it going? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, not. Oh, there we go. How you doing?
To me before, I shouldn't be like spending all my time editing it myself.
No, not at all.
It's just too time consuming. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my question was as well, really, I know you've given me advice and you're going to give me advice where I should go going forward, and obviously I want to go into the education sector.
Yeah.
But do you feel like I should finish my ebook before we even start? Or do you think we could start before that? Or what's your view?
You just start. I have these conversations all the time. You don't line up your ducks. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You don't wait to. You start. You figure shit out later. You figure it out later. Okay, so we've finished. I can't tell you how many retakes I've done just to say we are out for some Persian food, worked up an appetite, football was really good, and now we're going to tuck into a nice meal. So there we go, everyone, a day in my life. Now, I just go over my average week. Mondays and Fridays, I try not to do a lot because I want to spend time with family and just have downtime. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do a lot of filming, my brand deals, my sponsors, working on projects, working on the business, and a lot of processes. Wednesday is typically what you saw today, admin, Zoom meetings, liaising, team catch up, stuff like that. And what I do have left for today, currently 6:45 in the evening, I have to finish off Instagram DM replies because loads of those have come in, get back to my tier 1 group on WhatsApp, book my train tickets for tomorrow, and then switch off, have a bath, get sorted, get ready for tomorrow in London. Super excited. We started today's video with the cat, and she's currently waiting outside the cabin, but she's under the shelter at the moment because I don't know if you can hear. It's absolutely peeing it down at the moment. I think summer's gone. We're late July at the moment. I think that's it. It's done in the UK. So yeah, look, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, if you want a copy of my Life by Design planner, which will pop up on the screen now, simply email me planner@hello@aaronknightley.com and I'll make sure you get a copy and that you're on the list. But yeah, that's what I get up to. I'm really aiming towards a life where I don't see many people, I don't do too much, and I just do the things that I love. Now, some people might say, well, that's a pipe dream. How can you live that life? You can. It's called structure, autonomy, processes, having team members work with you. Because if you go back to my day in the life video a year ago, I was very busy, like non-stop all the time. Because I was still in the trenches of, you know, figuring things out and onboarding people and getting the right team members in place. But I have that now and I'm still building on that. So hopefully the next time you see a day in the life, maybe 6 months from now, you're basically just going to follow me around, going to the gym twice a day, eating a lot of food. That's one thing you didn't see a lot of, actually. I didn't get the chance to eat too much because of the meetings, and there was a couple of spontaneous Zoom calls today, and then me and my son went off to play football, and then it started to pee down with rain, so we went out for dinner early. So I didn't actually have chance to eat my pre-prepped meals, which was just mincemeat, trying to cut out carbs during the day, and then I would have had a protein pancake from Perform Nutrition, the blueberry flavour. I absolutely love it. But anyway, look, enough of that. I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to go switch off for the evening once I finish these last little bits and bobs. Got my laptop down here. Going to turn on the heater just so it warms up. Absolutely love this heater. I don't know where we got it from, but it's brilliant. So yes, everyone, enjoy. If you did like it, let me know what you liked in the comments. Do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, great. Until then, happy days, and I'll see you all soon.